Hi everyone, happy Friday and welcome. Today I'm going to talk about a different kind of top treatment that we haven't discussed here yet on Facebook Live, and the topic is upholstered cornices. Not only are upholstered cornices decorative, but they also have a really great function to them too. So first we're going to cover how they can be decorative, and then we're going to get into the function. So the nice thing about an upholstered cornice is that they can come in an array of different shapes. You could either do something that's more on the straighter side. We can add step-ups, and I have a couple pictures today of some previous installs that we did, so we can kind of really take a look and really look into the decorative details that they offer. So this first picture here is a cornice that we installed. So this window treatment is really a layered look. So as you can see on the end, we added a little bit of a step-up detail. If you follow us on Instagram, you will see a close-up version of this cornice. You can't kind of tell, it's a little hard from this picture here, but this cornice has also has some decorative nail heads that frame the shape at the bottom and the top. So what that does, it just elevated the details of this cornice, and it acts as a really nice top treatment and basically the foundation of this window treatment. And with that, we were able to layer stationary panels underneath and a functional operable Roman. Now, what you don't see are the non-decorative rods and all the guts of the Roman shades. So the cornice here not only acts as a beautiful valance, but it also covers all the inner workings of the window treatment. So all the things that you don't want to see, this kind of a treatment does conceal and does hide. And the next install we have here is something that we did in a bay window. So this cornice, what was great about this is we were able to follow the shape of this master bedroom. Now in this master bedroom, these window treatments do function. The drapes, they open and close to give a little bit more of a room darkening aspect. And the cornice also helps block the light that could potentially peek on the top, that could peer in through the top. So it helps with keeping on the light in this particular master bedroom. Now, as you can see here, we had the ability that our workroom was able to follow the shape. So if you ever were dealing with a window of style such as this one, and you ever were like, how would I possibly even put a valance there? We were able to miter the corners and really make the cornices meet there in the corners, and then we added a self-welting at the top and the bottom. And then again, this window treatment here was the rods and the tops of the cornice, or the tops of the shades, were covered. So the nailhead details that I was discussing in the first picture, they kind of look like this. So this is a bronze nailhead that I have recently used for a customer, and nailheads come in all different shapes and sizes. You can get, this is kind of the typical round shape here. They could also be in a diamond form. You can get them in shiny chrome, silver, you name it. I'm sure we can find it. We've also have done cornices where we've upholstered with Swarovski crystals. I'll have to see if I can dig up a picture of that one. So that one was really special, that we were able to add tufting, which is another design element with these really pretty crystals. Now, another way cornices are also beneficial is that they also have a really great function when they're trying to keep out light with a room darkening situation. A lot of times, if you ever have a very awkward window, say an arched window in your nursery, and you are trying to keep out light, and you're just like, what am I going to do with that dang window? My baby's trying to sleep, and I have this very odd shaped window. What can I do here? Well, this picture right here is a solution that we came up with in this little girl's nursery, where we added an upholstered cornice right inside of the window frame. Now, the benefits of this is that light doesn't come through, you add a pretty decorative element, and your baby or you can sleep. Now, the only con about this is that you don't have the ability to open and close the window. But in a bedroom purposes, if our goal is to get a really good night rest, then this is going to offer you that solution. Now you can see here in this photo that there's another design detail that we did, was that tufting detail. What we did was we took the contrast color of the self-welt that we had all around and added that to the tufting, and then you can see the stitching, how it adds a really pretty quilted pattern. So you're able to not only get the function of blocking out the light, but it adds another layer of texture and another layer of design to your window treatment. And the last install that I'm going to show you is a cornice that we did for someone who absolutely needed the room to be completely dark in order to sleep. And the way we did it was like this. So this cornice here, we actually built it in right into the crown molding on the side. So we were able to kind of get the angle so that it just met up with the crown along the side. And then this way, we were able to span it about, I believe it was about 12 feet. So then what we had underneath was a functional drape that the client was able to open and close. And so this way the light wouldn't be able to peer through, and they were able to sleep. So if you follow us on Instagram, we do post a lot of our installs, and cornices are a pretty popular window treatment right now. A lot of times I get the question of whether or not it's the kind of window treatment that's out of style. Totally not the truth. We do them every day of the week because not only are they beautiful and add decorative elements, they also add functional elements to your space. So be sure to follow us on our Instagram at WindowWorks. So this way you can see all the beautiful cornices that we've posted and the other beautiful window treatments that we post too. And to keep up with Miss Luann, make sure you follow her at Luann Nigara on Instagram and A Well Designed Business on Facebook. Thank you so much, and you'll be seeing Rich next week to talk about awnings. Have a good one. Bye.